Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello, wherever you're at in the world. It's Atomic Mass Transmissions live. Today we are painting up. Something in my throat. Allergies are terrible right now. Today we are going to be painting up one Kraven the Hunter. He is the hunter. He is not Kraven. He's sort of a boss, actually. So we're going to be painting him up. But first, let's get this stream started. With some other things. Shik and I are doing a 10 character roster challenge. We're going to be painting up 10 characters over the next month, over the course of May, and then probably playing a game with them. And to do that, we are counting on you, the community, to vote for 4 spots on our roster. So I'm going to show you. That's my team. So these are the 5 characters I picked out. As you can see, I got Ghost Spider, Ghost Rider, Captain Marvel, Crystal, and Ultron. And today on stream, you, the community, are going to vote for one of those positions on my 10 character roster. So you should start voting in the chat right now. And then if you pay attention at the end, later on today, there should be an Instagram poll going up for the second choice. So let's do that. You need to pick a character. I'm not saying She-Hulk, but maybe She-Hulk. Maybe Thanos. I don't know. Whatever you pick. So I can actually show you what we can switch over to the minicam, and I can show you where I started on. Let's switch over. There's Kraven. We're going to paint him. But I actually started some preliminary work on my 10 character roster. As you can see, we got Ghost Spider. And I was very inspired by some bust painting by painters like Roman Leopard and stuff like that. And I'm going to do a very cool, dramatic environmental lighting. There's a lot of really beautiful busts, and I like a lot of miniatures and stuff like that, and I like doing kind of studies. So I was inspired by some busts and thought it'd be cool to do some environmental lighting on my roster. And as you can see, I've decorated the bases. I'll show you one more. Oh! Once again, and then some dramatic lighting. So that's kind of the path I'm going. So you all need to vote for my next character, because that's what we're gonna do next month, is paint 10 characters. Here we go. And let's start painting Kraven. So I see 3 She-Hulks, 4 She-Hulks. I like Gooey Chewy. Hate when he goes to the Ant-Man villains again. 3 ghost characters. That character, that comic design is very cool. I really like that comic design of that character. Would 5 Peter Parker, I don't know the answer to that, but would 5 Peter Parkers break the game? I mean, are you just going to field 5 Peter Parkers? I mean, there's 2 already. Atomic Mass the bases are cool. Thanks. I was really excited. I wanted to try something different with the bases, and like because this is a 10 character roster, the challenge is we're gonna put together these 10 characters and then probably play against each other. I was like, it'd be kind of cool to do something unique, right? Because I've already painted all those characters. And so I think it'd be kind of fun and unique to do something a little different. Let me bring that light down for Dallas. Something fun and unique for the bases and the paint jobs. So I was hanging around on a couple of some of the more websites where some real high-end painters paste their busts and stuff like that, and I got kind of inspired by that dramatic lighting, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool. And then I was just like, well, if this is going to be 10 characters that I'm specifically building a theme around, I should do like some cool bases. And yeah, all 10 of my characters will have the dramatic lighting. So that so far I've only seen She-Hulk and Ant-Man picked. Y'all need to vote more. What do you want to see painted up on my roster? But anyways, I thought it'd be cool to tie like the bases together along with the paint style. And then Chick and I are going to have a throwdown probably. And we even talked about like making sure our bases kind of like maybe color match a little, so we can have a really cool story play out on the tabletop. So fun challenge, and we challenge everybody else. Everybody else to join along on the 10 character roster build if you'd like. Pick 10 characters, do a theme roster this month along with us. Should be a fun time. Vecna Marston says Hulk. Yeah, Hulk would be cool. Hulk would be really neat in that dramatic lighting. Especially the magenta on the green, like, could be pretty impressive. So I just have a bunch of like paints on my palette, and I'm just mixing stuff up. These aren't even the same tones across this skin. It doesn't matter. They've kind of varied a bit as I've gone from one side to the other, but that's okay. Tony Zillow says MODOK. So we got She-Hulk and MODOK, Hulk and Ant-Man so far. And if you're joining late and you want to know what the paint scheme looks like, I'm happy to show again upon request. I'm going to paint though for now. Just mixing up a couple different colors. Do my classic skin. Yes, all of the roster has to be released characters. That's a good point. All the ones you pick have to be. You can't vote for unreleased characters because we don't talk about unreleased characters. That doesn't work. Ravens Guards voting for some Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange could be really cool. Pick some release characters. What am I going to paint? You may know, but it's always good to remind. Somebody may not know. Yeah, those are too far out. We're only doing release characters. I'm not saying I have a She-Hulk primed and ready. I'm just saying I have a She-Hulk primed and ready. But it's up to you, chat. Actually, Chick and I have a bunch to paint next month. It's going to be a busy paint month. I'm excited. I'm excited to do some hobbying. Some more hobbying? How's the 10th character getting picked? It's a mystery. Mystery characters. Mysteries are mysteries. Can you keep it secret? So can I. Alright, we got a little red in there. Lockjaw. I mean, I got Crystal. Stretch across. I got Crystal, so I do like the idea of adding Lockjaw. Good thing Simone's not in here. Simone be trying to buy your votes. Because apparently that's what she's been trying to do. Exactly. How can you resist that, good boy? It's just a good boy. It's a giant dog. Like, let's do some, let's mix up some khaki brown colors here. Start working some colors on his. These are the pants of a hunter. I think we talked about Kraven a little bit over Mini Extravaganza. And it was a lot of fun coming up with the pose. We had several that we kind of started with, and the pose kind of evolved and changed. But, you know, a lot of times how poses work is, you know, I get a couple of people together in a room, we just kind of talk about the character and what we think would be neat to see as a miniature, right? It's like, what would be cool as a miniature? What would be something different and unique, right? Or what would be something, you know, what fits the character? So we start talking about the character and our favorite stories. And then, you know, I've said before that sometimes that means somebody ends up standing up on a chair, right? Because, you know, that doesn't mean that that's the pose. It's the conversation, right? It's the way the creative process works. And Josh did this amazing, like, he's got to be a hunter. He's the hunter. And Josh did this amazing hunter pose where he kind of like hunkered down, his arms were wide, and it was like one of my favorite moments at work. And we ended up going with a leaping pose. We want to show that action and attack moment. But still, I always chuckle when I think about Josh as the hunter. We might bring that pose back for something else someday. You never throw away a pose. A lot of characters get worked up and they get, 3 or 6 poses, and like sometimes you just keep those. You keep them in your pocket. This is not the Josh. Josh was like doing the hunter. It was all crouched and leaned out. Is the upcoming match a 10v10 or still? No, we'll still use crisis cards. We're just building our rosters to pick from for the game. Vec. So we still only play with the crisis cards and stuff like that. So we'll get to pick our teams as based off the crisis picked and all that stuff and all that. Yeah, Airsoft 18. The Josh pose was like leaned out and like crouchy and like stalkery, and then which was great. But we decided to go with this leaping, and then Dave Kidd sculpted it, and I was writing some notes to him, and all of a sudden I get an email, and he just added the danger, do not feed animals. And I was like, you know what? Keep it. Like that originally wasn't on there. And I was just like, keep it. I love it. So that was like one of those things, like it wasn't planned, right? The concept is, a really good guide and for the sculptors to follow. But, sometimes the sculptor has a good idea and they pitch it, and you know what? You're just like, you know what? Keep that one. We're picking the cards. The cards are. It's all about the hobby and building the 10 character roster for us this month. So that's the goal. Let's hobby a squad. Any other votes? Did I miss any votes? So far we got She-Hulk in the lead, I believe. We got some votes for Hulk. We had a MODOK. We had a Lockjaw. Pretty sure I saw a Black Bolt. Blighted Brush says Iron Fist. Iron Fist would look pretty cool in the dramatic lighting scheme, I think. I can get behind Black Bolt. Or, sorry, Iron Fist. I can get behind Black Bolt too. I can get behind anybody. Oh, Iron Fist isn't released. Yeah, good point. I was just thinking of stuff I painted. Has to be released. Two votes for Doctor Strange. Still not beating out She-Hulk. I was expecting more of a fight out of y'all. I thought the stream was scrappy. Okay, I'm just mixing some khakis and browns and reds together here. Just having a good time. Y'all got me talking about posing and stuff like that. Boring stuff. Gooey Chewy putting a third vote in for Strange. Got a vote for Magneto. Oh! I'm actually kind of keeping this pretty close to. I don't really like that color I just chose. I'm gonna pick a different color. Keeping this pretty close to stock standard. Might go a little whiter on the fur. I can see that being very dramatic. Yeah, his jacket is a lion face. It's one of those cool details about Kraven. It's got this sick lion face jacket that I am really jealous of. Brendan painted this much more orange. I'm going to go a little more like golden khaki. A little dot of paint right there. Leopard Studios, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver was played on stream not that long ago. You should check that out. Chick and I played a game against one another, and he used Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver to great effect against my Mr. Sinister and with the stream dub, the SX Men. I thought I had a win in the bag finally, but alas, it was not meant to be. Shit got me in the end. There you go. Atomic Mass just dropped the deets on those. Going up Monday, Tuesday. Spicy. Alright, let's put some green into the flesh tones. Gotta add green to the flesh tones. That's how we make the sauce. Is there any other votes? Vote for those roster characters. Let me see what you want me to paint. We get a couple more votes going. I'll show off Ultron or Ghost Rider. This is just a green. Tony Zello rolling in with Hella. Eagles A says Daredevil. I do have a soft spot for Hella. That was one of those characters that design-wise for the miniature opened up a lot of doors for other characters. Just from the miniature design process. So I do have a soft spot for Hella. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Hella could look really cool with that purple, with the magenta lighting. Ours have any update on the world? No, there's nothing to share as of yet. But trust me, as soon as there's news, I will be all about sharing the news. Bismarck green, says Green Goblin. Yeah. Goblin would look pretty cool, actually. I'd be pretty excited, pretty stoked to do a Goblin. This guy's so muscly. So ready to scrap. Like I said, Dave Kidd sculpted one Mr. Kraven. I thought they did a pretty awesome job. A little dark line around stuff there. Cyber Insanity. What was my first fight? I'll show you. Boom. Ghost Rider, Captain Marvel, Crystal, and Ultron. Those are my first 5. Currently, you know what? I'll just leave that up. I think everybody wants to see it. Currently, I think Doctor Strange and She-Hulk are winning for the next character with 3 votes. Bismarck, I already painted Lizard on stream. I would say vote for Lizard, but Lizard hasn't been released, and you have to choose release characters. I'm saying 4 for She-Hulk. The Doctor Strange votes need to take to the streets. Need to rally. Just keep shading. What is written on the side? It says, danger, do not feed the animals. Saying a lot of She-Hulks. And in case you missed it, this is the paint scheme for my 10 character roster. We're going with a dramatic environmental light and some really cool alien bases. And this is just a regular Crisis Protocol base that I just decorated. Same way with this Ultron. He doesn't fit on the screen. See, that's the curb. I just covered it all. And that's actually his rock, his tactical rock. I just cut off part of it and then use some some base decorations to make some new bases. Because I'm gonna do like alien evil squad. Eagle say retracts their Daredevil vote. Got to throw in on Doctor Strange. It's fair. Throw a little highlight. Just a little highlight here and there. Let's tone that down just a touch. Oh, thanks. Thanks. I'm pretty happy with the bases. Like I said, it's a 10 character roster build. I've already painted these characters. So I thought, you know what? It'd be really great to like just make these very unique, very distinct. And this is this roster, right? So decided to do some funky bases and a unique color scheme that doesn't match the rest of my force. But that's okay. That's the point. Just to have fun. And Raven's Guard, I'm not saying they're scrolls, but they might be. Like I said, it's definitely inspired by some very talented miniature painters like Roman Leopard, and the way he paints some of his busts and stuff like that. And like, I was like, well, you know, let's do that on some Crisis Protocol. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. All right. Let's get some black, a little white, very minor touch of blue. A little more blue, white. I'll start blocking in some hair. Very thin, that's okay. We love thin paint. Well, actually, I love thick paint. If it's in a bottle and it's super thick, it's my favorite kind of paint. I'll wait for you to figure out why that is. Just going to darken the hair a little bit here and there. And his fancy mustache. Goatee. Gucci nailed it. It's easy to thin paint. It's harder to thick it. So if I have thin paint, I can't, it's not as versatile, right? But if I have thick paint, I can dry brush, and then I can thin it, and then I can make a glaze. If I have thin paint, I just have thin paint, nothing else. I like versatility. Versatility is super important to me. Eagles A, the next painting protocol theme has been announced. This month is High Flyers. High Flyers. Let's get some light colors mixed up. So we want to see your High Flyers. So I'll highlight on these fancy pants, his hunter pants. Painting protocol is every month. We had a couple months off there because Instagram was having some search issues, but it is every month. Is that just, Cyber Insanity says, is that just any character that can fly? I'm going to let you interpret it how you want. High Flyers. High Flyers. I like to leave a little something up to your imagination. Maybe you interpret something that I haven't thought of. I mean, obviously, high flyers. You can pick people that are flying, but maybe there's another angle you can come up with. We got any new votes? Did I miss any new votes? For any characters? Blybars, speaking of fire, Sam looks incredible. I agree. That super excited to get my hands on one Mr. Captain America Sam Wilson. Let's go on this side. The line's a little thick, but that's okay. What are we voting for, Big Bad Andy? Yeah, we're voting on characters for me to add to my roster. As you can see, my roster is up. My first 5, Ghost Spider, Captain Marvel, Crystal, and Ultron. My current color theme is omnidirectional lighting with a heavy focus on a magenta glow with some alien bases. So people are voting for a character to be added, and then after stream sometime later today up on Instagram, another vote will go up. You can vote for another character. Let's paint in that eye black first on the tiger jacket, lion's jacket. Those will be painted red. Put a little red in there. So my favorite thing about comics is like you just have some fun and do interesting stuff and just make up stuff like lion face jackets. Love it. Love it. Love it. We got any more votes coming in? We're running out of time. I'll put a black line around these necklaces. Because you want those frames. This isn't pure black either. This has got some blues and browns mixed in. Oops. Just by darkening those up, you get that nice frame around them. Lets them pop out. There we go. Just need some orange in the cloth. Do I have any orange out on the table? I need to grab a little bit of orange. I think it got slid over here. Let's tone that down just a touch. I'm going to add a little orange to the tabard just to make that warm against those khaki, cool khaki pants. The pants of a hunter! Alright, we're running out of time. Rally the votes. Better get your votes in if you haven't. Just a little more highlight on the skin there. How far out does the roster go? Big Bad Andy, you can vote for anything that has been released. Like I said, I think so far we got several votes for She-Hulk. We got a couple votes for, or several votes for Doctor Strange. We had a vote for MODOK. I had a vote for Hulk. What about Iron Man? Is that your vote, Edrew? Let's put some leopard spots. On our fella here. You can vote for Iron Man. Iron Man could be fun. I love myself some Tony Stark. Don't have Instagram. Instagram, we put a lot of stuff up on Instagram. If you don't have it and you didn't know. That's where we pick our monthly challenge as well. So if you want to participate in that, you got to participate on Instagram. Okay, now we got some leopard spots. Take that same dark color, I like it. I want to accentuate that face shape just a little more. Like so. Adrian, we do not talk about we don't talk about unreleased miniatures or unpreviewed miniatures. Sorry. Let's lighten up that orange. Let's put a little highlight on tabard. Like that. You can't trick me. I'm too good at the secrets. We've had rigorous training. It's like Bucky Barnes. You have to say a secret code to get me to talk. I want to take that beard up his jawline just a touch. Let's put on just a hint of eyebrows. I don't typically do eyebrows, but Kraven has pretty prominent eyebrows. She-Hulk is at 7. Oh man, I can't keep my secrets. Can you keep a secret? 7 to 7. Oh my gosh. Big Bad Andy, when I do spots, they always come out looking cartoony. What's your advice for doing leopard spots or camo that doesn't look out of place? I think a lot of times you want it to be very translucent. You can kind of see through this black paint. It's very, very thin. It's trickier to make things look random than you think. Your brain actually wants to put stuff in tight patterns. So you have to really think about how to make it look random. Keep them small, but bigger than in real life. You can't translate real life camo over to miniature. It has to be exaggerated. It has to be, way more, like there's way less on here than there would be in real life if that was the same size piece of cloth in real life. So it's just learning how to do practice. Draw out a shape on a piece of plastic card. I always say when you're learning how to freehand, and this is basically freehanding, draw it out on plastic card or a piece of paper, right? Like I have a little notebook over here. Let me see if I can grab this. Let me see if I can have a page that I can show you. No. It's just a page of colors. Like, draw it out. So like, be like, okay, well, the tabard is about that size, right? And then get some thin paint and practice making those shapes where you kind of want them. And practice making them random, right? You don't want another one here now because then now you have a line. So that's what you do. You practice it out. My head's right in the way. '87, what's the vote for? Atomic Mass is answering, but I'm going to answer too. If you look there, it says Team Dallas, Ghost Spider, Ghost Rider, Captain Marvel, Crystal, and Ultron. That's the first 5 of my roster challenge for May. You are currently picking the next character to add to my roster. The vote currently is She-Hulk and Doctor Strange tied 7-7. So whoever wins, I'm going to add that character to my roster. And this is the start of my roster. You can see Captain Marvel done with some cool lighting and some fancy basins. So you're picking who else I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint 10 Marvel Crisis Protocol characters for May roster challenge and then play against one Mr. Will Schick in a game. Maybe this time I'll win. I'm not going to win. I never win these games. It's hard to win against Schick and Pagani. Let's put a little one there. Little one there. Little dot there. There is news. I think whoever's, I'm not sure who's on the other end of the stream actually. Next Monday, you'll see the Scarlet Witch and the Quicksilver's character cards. You can go back and watch the live stream from last week. You can see them being played to great effect by Mr. Schick. Which was a lot of fun. This coat's so furry. It's definitely not a summertime coat. Quicksilver's Tuesday, yeah. Well, I don't know if mine's going to help you because I'm doing that dramatic lighting effect. So it's not going to be very traditional. And I might not paint it on stream. Got 10 characters and only not all the streams. Okay, so let's do some black or brown boots. We still got some nice black, real thin from those dots. I'll just add a little more blue, a little more brown, and glaze these boots. Use that zenithal. Streams outside work. No, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think I can hijack the Twitch stream like that. I'll get in trouble. BK will come and get me. Alright, we're almost out of time. I think we're 8 to 7 She-Hulk and Doctor Strange. We got another vote going up on Instagram, so you should jump over there and vote in case you want to vote again for a different character. Because remember, you get to pick 4. Make me do the work. Let's grab a little gray in that, I think, as I go on the bottom side of that cloth. Yeah. No more votes? Alright, we're going to start closing her down. Paying for an hour. Got pretty far along. I'm feeling pretty good about my Kraven here. So remember, this month's hashtag painting protocol is Greg Webster, you're late. You got to vote. She-Hulk or Doctor Strange, who am I adding to my roster? This month's hashtag painting protocol challenge is high flyers on Instagram. We want to see your high flyer characters. I'll let you interpret that how you want. We want to see your high flyers, so post those up on Instagram, and every month we're going to pick 6 of our favorites and show them off. Just ones that we think they look cool, or somebody did a really good job. We're voting. Greg, I thought you would know of all what we're voting on. Voting on what to add to my roster. You're voting She-Hulk. That's 8 to 8 She-Hulk. It's all tied up. We need a tiebreaker. Where's Simone? Simone, come in and break the tie. Simone's busy. Okay, got a lot of base colors done. Got the jacket pretty much done. I'm pretty happy with the jacket. pretty happy with the jacket. Clean up my brushes. I need a really bright orange, and I don't have a bright orange out on the palette right now. I have a rusty orange. Maybe that'll work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. All right, not bad for an hour. Feeling pretty good. I think all we need to do is finish up his belt and his little his necklaces. Finish up the fur and the hair. So a little, you know, this and that. I'm pretty happy with the pants actually. It's pretty much 2-step or 3-step pants. Might add a little shadow. Pop some highlights on the boots, and finish up the face. And I think Kraven will be ready to go. So remember, this month is high flyers for the hashtag painting protocol, and Shik and I are working on our May roster challenge. As you can see, I started mine. Got some blasted alien planet and some magenta environmental lighting. And so I'll be adding to that. We'll be tallying up the votes on the stream. And then of course there's going to be another vote going over to the Instagram. Oops, wrong one. This one. You don't need that one either. Boop. So remember to go over there and take a vote, and we'll be tallying up the votes and see who I have to add to my roster, and we'll be painting those next month. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Be sure to check out tomorrow, Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mr. John Schaefer will be hosting the Atomic Mass Transmissions Live, painting up something cool and fun. Who knows what he's doing. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every week. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Atomic Mass Transmissions Live. Tuesday will be Mr. Will Shook. And, I guess you have to tune in and find out. I'm not going to tell you. Bow, bow, bow. So until next week, I'll talk to you later. And goodbye. I'm going to do this. And I got to go over here and turn on standby. And then sing a little song about things that we just did. We painted up a Kraven. And you're going to pick 4 characters for me and Chick to paint. Bow, bow.